Ringo TV Reactions back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Let's get down to business. So, what we're dealing with is a situation with Quavo Huncho finally speaks about the blood sacrifice of TAKEOFF in this shocking interview. This video was recently sent to me, and I don't know, I think it was done about a week or two ago or whatever the case is. Very hidden video, but it brings new light to what's going on so that we can understand what's going on in the mind of Quavo, to understand exactly what went wrong when TAKEOFF got deleted. Now, I've been telling y'all for a long time that I don't trust Quavo. I've been telling you for a long time that his hands is dirty. A lot of people keep getting upset because they live by their emotions. They live by their feelings. This interview, he goes into a lot of details. And it's an interesting interview because you don't hear nobody talking to him. Instead, what they did is they put text up on the screen and whatnot. So it's sort of like a staged interview where they try to make Quavo look like someone that is working on some album, and he's trying to do or complete the mission for TAKEOFF. But really, it's him taking the throne of what he always wanted. So we're going to break this thing down so that you can learn what's going on here. So as you come in, be sure to click the like button one time. Likes are for free. It don't cost you any money to click the like button, right? So we're gonna take a look at this particular video here and break this thing down. The top portion of the video, we're watching that. The bottom section right there, if you notice, I have a little cutoff section. That area there is for you to read text that pop up on the screen. I have the video flipped reverse, where it has some transparency to see through it to avoid, you know, the typical BS that happens when you're on YouTube with these channels. You know, they just, you have to be a content creator to understand the BS that I'm talking about, right? So pay attention to the bottom of the screen when it comes to reading the text that I guess they're asking him questions. So we're gonna break down every detail in here to try to find out what's going on and why Quavo lined up TAKEOFF, because that's exactly what happened. Quavo lined him up, took him out so that he can pretty much control everything. I listened to the interview thing. I listened to the video. There are a lot of red flags. The man's hands is dirty. And it's sad because, you know what? The majority of people that watch this, they can't see. They're blind. You know, the majority of people today are they're dumbed down and blind. You can't help them. You know what I mean? Hopefully when you watch the stream, you get something out of it. You're able to grow and learn the truth, because most people are just emotional. They can't see through the smoke and mirrors. He's telling you what he's doing right in your face. He's telling you why the man got killed. And y'all just sitting there and y'all still supporting him. Hey, it is what it is, right? Let's rewind back to tape. Again, get the likes up on the stream. We do this all the time. Likes are for free, right? Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody in the building. We got work to do. Let's get down to business here. Hold on a second. All right. Here we go.
What's happening?
What's happening? So it took you, how long has it been since TAKEOFF been murdered? And now you want to have a conversation with the fans because you're promoting an album. But where were you when TAKEOFF died? Where were you to talk to the investigators? Where were you to sit down and talk to the investigators and the people regarding the case? How come we ain't see you, Quavo? But you got time to sit down with the cameras and the lights to promote an album. Okay.
I'm Quavo Huncho. Today we'll be talking about my album, Rocket Power. Rocket Power means a lot to me. It means everything to me. Just like just being fueled by my brother, Take, and just just bottling in all these emotions, all the pain, all the hard times, all the times I cried, and all the times I just made music and just.
You can't see that this guy is just making up stuff as he goes. He's using the death of TAKEOFF to cash in. Look at his face. You can see it right there. Still image. You can't make this up. Just look at the still image right there. He know what he did, man. He killed TAKEOFF, y'all. I'm telling you. Quavo Huncho is guilty. And it's sad that he got away with murder. And now he's putting out music now. Trying to get back into the game. Trying to put it all behind him now. You can look at his face and you can see the guilt. Look at that still image, fam. I gotta take a screenshot of that, man. That's absolutely crazy right there. Hold on a second. Let me do something real quick. Because I think I'm gonna have to use that as my thumbnail. I'm gonna have to replace my thumbnail with that one, man, because this is really something else. First, I gotta do something else. Hold on a second. Gotta change the transparency. Okay, so that's 8824. 8824. Take a screenshot of that. And if you see any other content creators with the same exact still image, you know they got it from me. People always copying me every single day. Never could be original. So, as you can see, based on his facial expression, it's very clear and evident that he did something dirty. And he's hiding it. Fortunately, I'm able to uncover the type of evil that these men do. I've been calling it out for a long time. People been acting like they're not listening, like they're not paying attention. This man's hands is dirty. Very dirty. I'm gonna rewind that back a little bit to the point where they asked that question. Let's see what he says.
We will be talking about my album, Rocket Power.
His album. What does Rocket Power mean to you?
Rocket Power means a lot to me. It means everything to me. Just like just being fueled by my brother, Take, and just just bottling in all these emotions, all the pain, all the hard times, all the times I cried, and all the times I just made music and just to pull up and try to play songs and he not there. I'm just trying to get this fuel from above and this fuel from the sky and just call it Rocket Power.
You remember when I did that live stream and it was an interview with TAKEOFF, Quavo, and Quavo was like, "You're the rocket. And we need you to get to that next level." And I broke down the entire thing about the rocket, how they're using the rocket, because when you think of a shuttle that's in space, the rocket is what's going to get it into the atmosphere. And then once it gets to a certain point, the rocket breaks off. It's no longer needed. So it got to a point where Quavo said, "Look, I don't need TAKEOFF anymore. He got me to where I need to go. I'm at the destination I want to be in. I don't need to follow none of his orders, none of his instructions anymore." And this is why they took him out. See, a lot of you don't believe that. A lot of you've been vouching for Quavo. Quavo is guilty, fam. He's responsible. Because if you think about it, on that night, on that dreadful night, TAKEOFF got gunned down. Quavo was right there. It says in the report that the gunmen came back to the bowling alley, right where Quavo was. So why he didn't take out Quavo? Come on now. It was a setup. They lured TAKEOFF to the location and they did him dirty. And if you notice, mob ties, Prince family, everybody else that was involved, Migo bands, you don't hear nothing from these people. They're invisible. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that, ladies and gentlemen? Like, everybody's invisible. All the people that were there, you don't hear nothing about them. But he's dropping albums. After the blood sacrifice, now the success. Are you paying attention in class? Where did the title Rocket Power come from? Everything is about Rocket. Why? Because he's using TAKEOFF's death, the rocket, to play with your emotions so that he can capitalize off of his nephew's death. Think about what's happening here.
In the studio, I got this plaque of Take. His eyes is on the side of it's on the side of the studio. So every time I record, I look over and just see his eyes looking at me. And I ain't want to call it nothing to, dwell upon what we have going on. I wanted to uplift it, and I wanted to be something, to be still proud of, and at the same time, just let them know that this power is not coming from me, it's coming from, the rocket.
So now he's saying that the rocket is Jesus Christ. In other words, when he's in the studio and he's recording, he would always look over at TAKEOFF to see if he's doing the right thing. And the power, this is what he calls it, is coming from the rocket. So now we're dealing with idol worship, idolatry. Look at his facial expression. So now we're no longer talking about TAKEOFF in a manner of, okay, how did he die? What went wrong? Now it's worship now. TAKEOFF is Jesus Christ, according to Quavo. He's the source of his power. So he's harnessing this power through his death. And this is what's happening. What's your favorite song on the album? Do you see what's happening here? He's not talking about who killed him, what went wrong, why he didn't talk to the police. He's more concerned with an album. Blood sacrifice, y'all. TAKEOFF was the blood sacrifice. Quavo is the beneficiary. Not only that, but Quavo have access to all of TAKEOFF's cell phones, his book where he write all his rhymes, all his rap songs. He got all of the brother's information. And now he's going to capitalize off of it and make a whole lot of money. Because of you support him, remember? I already called him out already. If you go look at the catalog of videos that I've already done on the TAKEOFF case, I've done some of the best work. One thing I've always done is I've always been consistent. I've always told you from the beginning that Quavo is dirty. And I'm going to always say that. Ain't no way you were at the bowling alley, you see what happened, but you ain't talking about it. Then you go silent for months and months. And now you're doing little interviews, mock interviews, promoting albums. What's your favorite song on the album?
Favorite song on the album is called 1111. It's the day, we had the going away, and it's just very dear to me. I feel like, matter of fact, when I did the song, it was 11:11 when I completely recorded, and we started pressing play and playing it, and I just felt like it was a sign from him.
So you got to Call Me Kinfolk, because, and if you're watching Call Me Kinfolk, you probably got to talk about this. Because in this particular interview, he was calling out a lot of numbers. I'm not a numbers guy. That's your field. But he was calling out a lot of numbers throughout this interview. He was saying this number, he was seeing numbers, he was doing this. You need to put together something for that fam. Let's rewind that back a little bit.
Very dear to me, I feel like. Matter of fact, when I did the song, it was 11/11 when I completely recorded and we started.
It was 11/11. It was 11/11. Are you seeing this? So now, again, I'm not no numbers guy. That's for Call Me Kinfolk. That's his field of expertise. But in this particular interview, he was calling out a lot of numbers. So he's giving out the signs. He's speaking the language. And the elite is watching him right now.
Our pressing play and playing it, and I just felt like it was a sign from him.
It was a sign from him? So it was a sign from TAKEOFF. After he was murdered, he's giving you a sign. But he didn't give you a sign to tell the police exactly what happened to him. He didn't give you that sign, right? Okay. TAKEOFF didn't give you no signs on coming forward with the information on who murdered him. He didn't give you that sign, but he gave you a sign after you press play on a recorder. Makes a lot of sense, right?
That's my favorite song.
Do you feel TAKEOFF's presence? Now, before we even go forward, when a person dies, their presence is nowhere near you. When a person dies, they either go into the bosom of Abraham or they go to hell. It's one or the other. There's no, oh, their presence is near me. No. There's no such thing as that. You don't have dead relatives walking around you with their presence around you. No. If you feel some sort of presence around you, it's either the angelic host or it's some sort of demonic spirit. Because there's a world that is literally going on simultaneously while we're here. You can't see these entities, but they're around you. You can feel them. And if you really have that connection to the Most High, sometimes He allows you to see things that you're not supposed to see. And when you see them and you try to tell somebody about it, they're going to say you're crazy. But the question goes, do you feel TAKEOFF's presence? Do you see the worship? The presence of God? You know, when God's presence is in the air. When you go to the church and they worship and you feel the presence of God. Now we're talking about the presence of TAKEOFF. Idolatry, worship. This is what this is. They murdered him to now worship him. And in return, they're going to make a lot of money off of him. And the elite pretty much told Quavo, okay, it's time now. Get in the hot seat. We're going to do this video. And it's supposed to be a part 2 that's supposed to come. We will be reviewing that as well. Let's get back to the tapes.
I hear him. I always smile because that's stuff that we talk about. We always talked about that when we just sit back and get high and just relax. We always talk about energies.
They always talk about energies.
About don't let people know what you're doing. If you let them know what they're doing, it ain't gonna happen. So like when stuff like good spirit stuff, I feel him. I know he around. I was at the game last night and I was just sitting and thinking and watching the game. I was like, man, I wish this man was here.
You saying you wish he was here, but then you said he was here before. You said he was here. That's what he said. I'm just going by what he said. He said he was here. Now he said he wished he was here. Which one is it?
And I just felt like it was a sign from him. So that's my favorite song. No, I hear him. I hear him. I always smile because that's stuff that we talk about. We always talked about that when we just sit back and get high and just relax. We always talk about energies. We always talk about don't let people know what you're doing. If you let them know what they're doing, it ain't gonna happen. So like when stuff like good spirit stuff, I feel him. I know he here.
He said he know he's here. Okay, you know he's here. All right.
I know he around. I was at the game last night, and I was just sitting and thinking and watching the game. I was like, man, I wish this man was here.
Now you wish he was here. Which one is it? Which one is it? See, this is confusion. I mean, have Quavo seen a therapist? Have he gotten any sort of help? Because I'm going to be honest with you, fam. A lot of these rappers, they're really not good at communicating. A lot of them, they don't really know how to communicate. They're not public speakers. They don't know how to share their thoughts, especially when on camera. This is why when you look at this interview, you can tell that whoever is there with him filming, they're asking him questions, but you're not hearing the person that's talking. You get it? And they most likely edit this video. They probably edit out all sorts of mistakes because these guys are not really good at talking. You understand? And this is why they didn't make him talk from the beginning. The only reason why he's talking now is because he's selling albums. That's what this is all about. This is about promotion for music. This is not about him bringing justice to TAKEOFF, because he's a part of the reason why TAKEOFF died. And this is the truth that has been hidden.
As soon as like I swear to God, I'm not playing. I didn't even want to look at Bron because he came and sat in on the bench, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep my eyes straight. I'm not gonna look at him. But I had my glasses on, so I did like look there, but I kept my face straight. And when he cut his eyes at me, Hotel Lobby came right on.
Wow.
And the song played, and I just rubbed my chest and I was just watched the game.
Do you look for answers from Take for this new album? You can't see the worship? So let me get this straight. I'm looking for answers from a person that's dead. See, what we're dealing with is the dark arts. That's what we're dealing with here. Think about the question. Who's asking these kind of questions? Who's asking these kind of dark questions? Do you look for answers from Take for this new album? So let me get this straight. TAKEOFF was murdered at the bowling alley. Quavo didn't look for answers on solving the case. Quavo didn't look for answers from TAKEOFF on who killed him. Quavo didn't look for the investigators and the detectives so that he can share his thoughts of the experience. But instead, he's looking for answers from Take on how to produce an album. Y'all can't see what's going on here?
See a lot of numbers, numbers in a pattern all the time. That's how I know you couldn't, communicate with me like that. I shouldn't have said that, but
He said he shouldn't have said that. Uh-oh. He said he shouldn't have said that. How could TAKEOFF be communicating with Quavo through numbers? Are y'all peeping that? He said he shouldn't have said that. Let's rewind that back.
and I just rubbed my chest and I was just watched the game. See a lot of numbers, numbers in a pattern all the time.
Numbers in a pattern all the time. Numbers in a pattern all the time.
That's how I know you couldn't, communicate with me like that. I shouldn't have said that, but
He shouldn't have said that. He said that's how TAKEOFF is communicating with him. So TAKEOFF is communicating with him through numbers. So where is Takeoff? And how is Takeoff able to communicate with him through numbers? What we're trying to do is put the pieces together. Again, I'm not a numbers guy, but I got insight and I'm able to break things down. And I'm able to see behind the veil. So Quavo is getting communication from the dead, from Takeoff. This is what he said.
I think that's my only way that I talk to him. Like I see like 444s and
Triple fours. He see triple fours.
222s and 333s, and sometimes it don't even be on your phone. It's like it can be on a truck, and I just look it up and it's a whole thing and you just read it. Like sometimes I was playing the album one time, I seen a whole another like 4 numbers all together, and I was feeling like the album went all the way good. And then I read for whatever the number, I forgot what number it said. I got it in my phone, and it was like when you unsure and feeling like you uncertain, just go ahead and go. And I was like, damn. And I was just, all right, this album is great.
Do you see what's happening here? So Takeoff is communicating with Quavo from the dead via numbers. See, it's a numbers game. See, in the industry, these guys, they deal with the numbers. And being that he was a blood sacrifice, they're using Takeoff's energy to become successful. And Quavo gets everything, while Takeoff is in a box with worms underground.
You know what I'm saying? But I always do that because I always had to make the kind of like songs in the studio. I would make them always first, like Hotel Lobby. I used to do that. All the songs, like every Migo record, I come down there, I like record the hook and the verse, and then I go play it for the boys, and they tell me what's, you know what I'm saying, what's going and what they like and what they gonna get on, and then we'll take it to like the album. So that's how we finish it. So now he's gone, and I don't have nobody to, to play the music for.
That's why Quavo been struggling with his music lately. Because really, it's Takeoff that does all the music. And lately, Quavo been getting help from other rappers and other writers, other ghost writers, because he don't do any of the actual work. His penmanship is not there. Anybody that's in the game, anybody that understands the game would know that Quavo don't sit there and write nothing. He depended on Takeoff. I mean, if you are a historian of hip hop, if you're the type of guy who understand the game, you know all the artists, you understand how the music sound, you can listen to a rapper, and just by the way he rap, you can tell this rapper wrote his song, or that rapper wrote his song, or that singer wrote his song. For example, case in point, Babyface, right? You could tell when he produced somebody's record. You can tell when he wrote a song. You can tell when someone is influenced by somebody else. If you listen to Quavo's recent songs and you listen critically, can you tell who wrote his song? I could.
So now I just try to connect with the earth and just try to hear him like that. But I don't really like nobody else's opinion because they don't know how. You can't tell me yeah or no. Like, it don't make no sense. I gotta let the rocket hear it.
He gotta let the rocket hear it. So now he's dependent on the rocket from the dead. So now we know that whoever Quavo is getting his information from the dead, it's not Takeoff, but a demon. You see, the one who is communicating with Quavo is a demon. That's who's communicating with him. Because TAKEOFF is gone. He's not here. So who is communicating with Quavo? What spirits is he entertaining? Because he said he don't let nobody else listen to any, he don't take nobody else's advice. It's only from the Rocket. So he worshiped TAKEOFF to the point of crucifying him, sacrificing him for the greater good. He gave him the Judas kiss. That's what happened. You be the judge.
And that's how I feel. And now I can hear him now. It's like, you better not change none of this shit.
So he can hear TAKEOFF now saying, you better not change nothing on this album, fam. But yet, TAKEOFF didn't tell him, fam, could you get justice for me? Could you let the people know who killed me? Could you? Think about that, fam. He's laughing, he's giggling. So TAKEOFF is helping him to produce an album, but he's not helping him to find his killer, to indict everybody that was involved, including Quavo, because he's involved in the death of TAKEOFF. I don't care how many people vouch for Quavo. His hands is dirty. He was there. He saw what happened. They spared his life. They didn't touch him, but they took out his partner. Let that make sense. And he's the one who brought TAKEOFF there. He's the one who brought him around the shooters. Nobody was there to protect TAKEOFF. And mob ties, they washed their hands. The Prince family washed their hands already. They're out in the clear. But Quavo is out here promoting albums and smiling. And y'all supporting it. That's amazing, right? You support killers.
I know how he is.
How are you dealing with grief? Is the question. How are you dealing with grief? And it's interesting because they're filming. Why can't you just hear somebody ask him the question? That's how you know these are mock interviews. They're not real. They're designed to make Quavo look like a guy that is struggling, a guy that is dealing with a lot of grief. And we need to support him because he lost TAKEOFF. And if you love TAKEOFF now, you're going to support Quavo. Do you see how that works? If I can play with your emotions, if I can somehow tap into your subconscious mind and make you think about all of the sad times in your life, loss of a parent, loss of a child, and I could kind of connect the dots and make you feel the grief of your loss in comparison to mine, I can now win your support. And that's exactly what Quavo is doing. That's what he's doing. That's why they're asking him these questions. How are you dealing with grief? If you go read the comments under that video, everybody's blind. I could see the pain on him. I could hear the pain in his voice. Pain? This guy is in music videos dancing with chicks that are twerking. He's not feeling no pain. He's in videos with Future. You know what I'm saying? Living it up. He's not out there fighting for justice for TAKEOFF. He forgot about TAKEOFF. He basically said, forget him. I gotta get this bread. He's busy promoting albums. He's not promoting justice for TAKEOFF. When have you seen Quavo with a Justice for TAKEOFF t-shirt, fam? Come on now. Come on now. When have you seen it? When have you seen Quavo with a Justice for TAKEOFF t-shirt, y'all? How come he haven't gone on a campaign? Justice for TAKEOFF. Come on, man. This guy don't care, man. He don't got no love for TAKEOFF. This is why I don't support this cat. Because I know he killed him, friend. He did it. In my opinion, Quavo lined up TAKEOFF for a blood sacrifice, took him out, and now he's able to be the beneficiary of all his material. He got access to all his songs. You're going to hear that in this tape.
Isolate yourself. Sometimes being around people you don't really kind of know, especially in a space where you kind of like down or feeling vulnerable. You don't know if they kind of like still trying to keep you there or uplift you, even if they say positive things.
And that's you. You're that person. You were that person to TAKEOFF. You would say positive things, but you were trying to hold him back. See how you reveal yourself, fam? Rewind back the tapes, fam. Listen to that.
Sometimes being around people you don't really kind of know.
Being around people you don't really know.
Especially in a space where you kind of like down or feeling vulnerable. You don't know if they kind of like still trying to keep you there.
That's exactly what Quavo was doing to TAKEOFF.
Or uplift you, even if they say positive things.
Even if they say positive things. Just like you're trying to say positive things. See, I can read through you, fam. That's where my expertise come in. I can read you.
So you got to find like a spot within yourself where you can handle like all words, all comments, all opinions.
My opinions, you mean? You're talking about me. The videos that you see online regarding you, blood sacrificing, TAKEOFF, you're talking about those opinions, right? That comes from my content. I'm sure you've seen my videos, Quavo. A lot of you guys watch my videos. You'd be surprised how many people watch my content. They never say, hey, salute Ringo, appreciate the video, fam. Yo, good video. You never see that. But they watch my videos, trust and believe it. They're watching right now.
And once you get with that, then you can come outside and get around people, so then it don't really affect you. For an example, like I went to the Super Bowl and I heard someone yell something crazy, and it took me everything in the world to not just want to smash his face in because he said something just wow.
So you want to smash somebody face in because they said something wow, but your nephew was shot in the back of the head, execution style, and you didn't want to smash nobody head in while you were there. Why you weren't flipping out after TAKEOFF got shot in the back of the head? Why weren't you trying to flip out and punch somebody in the face? I didn't see that on you. So when you talking all greasy right here, I know you just capping. You're not really about that. You're not that type of guy. I can see it through you. You're just not that guy. You're the guy that got some money, you rap, you're the Migos, but you're not the muscle. You're not. So I don't see why you're talking like that. But yet when your nephew got shot in the head, I ain't see you flipping out on nobody. I mean, come on now. Where's that same energy? That's the thing that I'm trying to figure out. Is like, your nephew get gunned down. You were supposed to be wilding out. Hey, if they're going to take you out, they're going to take you out too. Who cares, right? Your nephew on the floor with his brains on the ground. Somebody did it. You saw them. How come you ain't punched them in the face? Of course not, because you lined up the situation. That's why you went hiding for all those months. No interviews. I mean, Vlad TV didn't even interview you yet. You ain't been on nobody podcast. Come on now. What's going on? You've been in hiding ever since this situation happened. But now you promoting albums.
But I just knew, like, I know, and God know where we at in life and what actually went on and what I seen. I just feel like it was another test to like see where I was at.
Another test? So all the things you've seen when TAKEOFF got shot in the head, you're telling me that was a test from God? Are y'all seeing what he's doing here? It was a test from God.
physically and mentally, and I just walked in the game and came back out. I'm just like, okay, cool. And sometimes, like, when you see people, like, when you see things that tests you, and when you see, and you're not ready, and you're going through pain, it can put you in a messed up place. It can put you in a bad place. And right now, I'm just bottled up, and I feel like I said, I feel like it's just rocket power. It's like
He feel his rocket power, promotion for the album. He says he feel like he's bottled up, like he's boxed in. Do you see how he's playing on your emotions, trying to make himself feel like he's sad all day? This guy is not sad all day, fam. This guy is out and about with different chicks here and there. Just the other day, you seen him with some woman at some Usher concert or whatever the case is. This guy is not sad and just alone, fam. This guy's out there living his best life. But he's playing on your emotions so he could promote this album, so he could get back on track, so he could put this all behind him, because this was his first blood sacrifice. He didn't understand how it was going to be. And now he's trying to put it behind him. He's trying to just say, okay, enough of this. Let me get back to work. Let me play the game, do what I got to do for the elite.
with a rocket, you just hold all the energy, hold all the tears, hold all the emotion in one spot. Let it all come out in a space of like artistry or somewhere you like, where you want to express yourself at, not like not going crazy and just saying you don't give a fuck about life, because it puts you in that.
Do you notice all the cut, copy, paste, the editing? See, these are not real interviews. These are mock interviews. When you have a real interview, you don't see no cut, copy, paste. Anytime somebody got to edit, it's not an interview, fam. To see an interview of somebody, got to be raw and uncut, where there's no editing. It's live, which means if you ask them a question, they on the spot. Ain't no editing. Oops, I made a mistake. No. Let's hear the transparency of this person. We want to see the full details of what this person is about so we can get their energy in terms of what they're really representing. But when you got to edit out this and that to make the video perfect for the viewer, it's not good. And in this video here that you see him, you see it clipping. That's because they're cut, copy, pasting. They're editing out all the mistakes to make him look like he's doing a good job.
Put you in a spot where you don't give a fuck about life. That's how I felt. And now I know I got a bigger person. We got a bigger person.
He made a mistake, y'all. Y'all didn't hear that right there? He made a mistake. You gotta rewind that back, fam. Y'all didn't hear it. This is what I mean, man. A lot of times y'all be watching the videos and y'all didn't peep that. He said, I got a purpose. Then he said, he caught himself, and then he said, we. First he said, I got a purpose, because it's all about him. But then he said, we got a purpose now. Rewind it back.
Purpose for that, and it puts you in a spot where you don't give a fuck about life. That's how I felt. And now I know I got a bigger we got a bigger purpose for that. And
now it's we. Now it's we got a bigger purpose now. It went from I got a purpose, now it's we got a bigger purpose. Do you see how he's trying to include Takeoff in everything now? Are y'all peeping that? He said, I got a bigger purpose. That's the part you got to get. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. The first thing he said was I got a bigger purpose, because it was all about him from the beginning. They took out Takeoff so that it could be about him. Now what he's going to do is anytime he do music, he's going to have it some influence of the rocket. Takeoff. You're going to see him drop albums with Takeoff in it. That's what he's going to be doing to sell. And he's going to probably put like 2 joints on each album so that y'all can get some Takeoff content mixed with his content to try to make it sell. You get what I mean? And because people are fans of Takeoff, they're going to want the songs. You know what I mean? But he's the beneficiary. He's the one making all the bread.
He got more purpose, and I got to be out here to work for him.
He said that he got to be out here to work for Takeoff. Are y'all seeing this? He's basically saying that he's out here working for Takeoff now. Come on, man.
And I'm just like I said, I'm just an instrument now.
Wow. That's crazy. What lessons from Take do you carry with you? Notice these type of questions, fam. Not the typical question of, so who killed them? Who killed Takeoff? What happened at the bowling alley? Why we're not getting those questions? Because that's what the people want to hear. The people want to hear what happened at the bowling alley. That's what they want to hear. What lessons from Take do you carry with you? I'm telling you, man, this is crazy.
Listen, come as you are and leave as you go, side. You know, just nice, calm, and collective. Observe everything. Keep a lot of things quiet. Keep a lot of things to yourself.
Keep a lot of things to yourself. What is he keeping to himself? The fact that he lined up Takeoff. That he know who killed them. He know who was assigned to do the job. Keep it to yourself. He's telling you, right in your face. Notice he can't speak.
A lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff, man. I miss him a lot.
He don't miss him a lot. He's lying.
I love him. He know I love him.
No, he don't love him. If he did, he would have protected him. He would have never had him down there. He would have never had him there, fam. They would have had security. It wouldn't have even been about security, because when you're out and about, right, and you're the Migos, you're supposed to automatically be protected. There was no love for Takeoff when he was at that bowling alley. Everybody in there knew he was going to die. You know what I mean? That is like, you rock with me. You rock with my platform. You are a major Ringo TV fan. I come out to your area to do content. You hear I'm in the city, I'm coming out to your area to do content. I'm on your block. I come on your block, you rock with me. You supposed to make sure everything is good. I shouldn't have to be worrying about X, Y, and Z. Yo, you good, bro. Hey, yo, fam, yo, that's so-and-so and so. Yo, all right, everything's cool. All right. Why that wasn't the case with Takeoff. Those are the celebrities that's in the building. The Migos. How could Takeoff lose his life? Everybody there is supposed to show respect and love. That means that there was really no love there from the beginning. There was jealousy there. And if the jealousy started from the top, then just like every agency, it trickles down to the employees. See, if you're at the 9 to 5 and all of your coworkers is out of pocket, the staff is they're not acting right. Trust and believe, fam, it started at the top and it trickled down through supervision, and then it goes to the staff. So in order to get the staff to be on point, supervision got to regulate that situation. You cannot be, you know what I'm saying? You can't be out here being nice. You know what I mean? If I'm a supervisor, fam, I'm not being nice to nobody. I'm not going to be an a-hole, but at the same time, I'm going to do my job and regulate this situation, because if the staff is not doing what they got to do, it's going to fall back on me, and my supervisor now is going to come after me. So I'm going to regulate this team. I'm going to be like, look, fam, y'all got to do your job. I'm going to be writing up memos every minute. I'm going to have people in the office. It's going to be a problem. So for Takeoff to get gunned down, it had to be authorized from somebody at the top. And who's that? It's Quavo. In order for those guys in that place to do what they had to do, it had to come from Quavo, but then it had to come from the top, which is quality control. Think about that now. I mean, just recently, I believe Offset dropped his lawsuit with quality control. Why? There was supposed to be some sort of lawsuit. He dropped it. Why? Seems like they came down with some sort of settlement, some sort of deal. Somebody made a deal behind the scenes. Could it be a deal of him getting back with Quavo to release more albums, including Takeoff? Unreleased material? You be the judge, fam.
That's what we always know. So like when when you see me and see me smiling or nothing, something like that, you don't gotta never think like I forgot about him or I forget about him. I think about him all the time. Sometimes I cry myself to sleep.
So you cry yourself to sleep like a baby, a grown man, right? You're a grown man crying yourself to sleep. You really want us to believe that, right? A grown man. You sitting at home crying yourself to sleep, but you was just at Usher's so-called concert with some chick, but you crying yourself to sleep now. This is what you want us to believe, right? You really think we're stupid, right? You really take the audience for fools. You don't think about this brother. How you thinking about this brother and you ain't talking about who killed him? You ain't talking about what you did, what went wrong, what happened after you left the bowling alley. Who did you speak to? Did you speak to Jay Prince? Did you speak to Junior? What's up with Migo Bands? What did he say? Who shot who? Why you ain't talking about it, fam? You guilty. You killed him. I know you did. That's why I make this content. It's very easy for me to do because right now you're trying to focus on albums and that's disrespectful. You disrespecting TAKEOFF at this point. Because you got time to talk about albums, but you don't got no time to talk about what happened. That's crazy, fam.
You know, and that's it. And I just know he here. I know if I can't feel him, I just know he around. He just do all type of crazy things. I know I don't even like calling it crazy no more. I don't even say the word that's crazy. I don't say stuff like that no more because it's dead serious. It's real, you know?
Right, he's turning up every day. Shout out to Jay King for the $2 support. He said that to cover up why he's turning up every day. That's true. He's turning up every day, partying, having a good time. How has your spirituality grown? Here we go. Spirituality. People love using that word, spirituality. Just because somebody says spirituality does not mean they know God. It does not mean they follow the Bible. It doesn't mean that they live righteous. Spirituality is another word for involving wickedness. That's what that means. How has your wickedness grown? How has your worship of Satan grown? How has your blood sacrifices and rituals to the elite, how has that grown? This is a language that they're speaking here. See, when you hear spirituality, you think something good. You think something godly. No. You have a lot of women out here that claim they're spiritual, but they're foolish. They don't serve God. You know, they're busy reading tarot cards and giving you psychic readings and all this other nonsense. You know, and then you got other brothers talking about they spiritual, but they're involved in sorcery and witchcraft and other evil, dark arts. How has your spirituality grown?
I mean, we weren't never really on demon time from the jump. Like, you know, Tate used to always talk about God, talk about how we was blessed, and you know, same thing was said. Like, we don't even like when we see like upside down crosses and stuff like that. That was like just coming in. Like, we always just been like pro Lord, pro Jesus, pro everything. But right now, I feel like he using me as an instrument so we can, you know, get the message across.
Wow. He said they weren't on demon time, that they're not really into upside down crosses, but he's wearing a cross on his neck. Think about that. He's wearing a cross on his neck, but he's talking about they're not really into upside down crosses. It's amazing.
Like, we don't even like when we see like upside down crosses and stuff like that. That was like just coming in. Like, we always just been like pro Lord, pro Jesus, pro everything. But
pro Lord, pro Jesus, pro everything. This man don't follow the Bible. This man don't read the scriptures. This man don't do nothing, fam. But he's pro Jesus, pro Bible. But when you listen to his music, when you look at his lifestyle, do you see the fruits of that? Absolutely not. This is why the scripture says you shall know the tree by the fruits, not by how much they talk.
Right now, I feel like he using me as an instrument so we can, get the message across.
So let me get this straight. So God is using you to get the message across. What message, sir? What message is God using you to get across? You're not giving nobody no message. I'm giving them the message. I'm the one that's being used by the Most High as a vessel to teach and lead the people. You're not leading them nowhere. You're not giving them the scriptures. You're not showing them what the book says. You haven't even defended your nephew in his death. You haven't even come forward with any sort of information that can lead to an arrest or indictment for anyone involved in the situation. We haven't even seen you on video talking about mob ties. You haven't even been on video talking about J. Prince Sr. Nobody. You've been a mute the whole time. Why? Because you blood sacrifice Takeoff. You did it. But stop playing games. I'm not like everybody else that support you, fam. I can see you, and I know what you did. You can hide, but now you're trying to act like you with God. And he's using you to get the message across. What message is Quavo pushing that's godly?
Like, we don't even like when we see like upside down crosses and stuff like that. That was like just coming in. Like, we always just been like pro Lord, pro Jesus, pro everything. But right now I feel like he using me as an instrument so we can, get the message across.
So Jesus is using Quavo to get the gospel out there, y'all. Have any of y'all heard the gospel from Quavo? Maybe I missed it. Have y'all heard the good news from the good book from Quavo? I never heard him teach nothing because he's a liar. Shout out to Matthew R. for the $2 support. Said, love your hard work. Mr. Ringo, 100. Shout out to Jay King for the $2 support. Says, why he's stuttering to say the Lord? Why he's stuttering? That's a good point. He's stuttering because the truth is not really in him. He know that he's really not serving the Lord. That's why he's stuttering. See, when a person is guilty, they always stutter. Because they. You see that? They're not really in the truth. And that's why he couldn't even say it. It's almost as if though the demon inside of him was like, couldn't even get it out. Because it's not really him.
I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm just...
Let me get that point again. Hold on a second.
Get the message across.
Do you have a newfound purpose? Uh-oh. Do you have a newfound purpose? Are y'all getting this? See, when it comes to the breakdowns, ladies and gentlemen, we're the best in these YouTube streets. We break down these videos to give you the information that you're unable to see. It's just like when it comes to numbers, you go to Call Me Ken Folk because he's a numbers guy. He knows how to break down the videos based on the numbers. So once you understand your expertise, you can stay in your lane and you can do your content. When it comes to the breakdown, I'm able to see and decipher what's going on in the mind of individuals that are hiding it from the public. Quavo is being asked questions. Do you have a new found purpose? Interesting question. Because if he have a new found purpose, then what was his purpose before? His purpose before was to blood sacrifice Takeoff. And now his new purpose is to move forward to receive all the glory that he felt belonged to him Because Takeoff have always been the one that everybody knew was the main guy in the group. Quavo got tired of that. No different than when Judas sold out the Messiah for some silver coins. Sold him out. Now, if Judas can sell out the Messiah for some silver, 5 pieces of silver, what makes you think people ain't blood sacrificing people today? Come on. Come on. If Judas sold out the Messiah for money, what does that say about the blood sacrifices? That's proof that people will sell you out for the bread. People will line you up, man, for that cash. Biggie even said your own mom would line you up for that stash, man. Come on, man. They took out that brother, y'all. That's messed up, fam. That's messed up how they took him out, man. Shot him in back of his head. Takeoff didn't even know he died, man. Takeoff did not even know he died. Shot him in back of his head. Quavo saw who did it. And up to now, Quavo haven't come forward. But he's coming forward to promote an album. And you folks are going to support him. You don't support me for speaking this truth. But you're going to go get that album. Best believe you're going to do that. That's amazing.
I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm just floating. You know what I'm saying?
He's floating. He's levitating. That's what he meant. He's levitating. Think about what he just said. He said he's floating. He's levitating. Do you see what's happening here? Get the understanding of the key words that he's using. He's floating. No, he's levitating. That's what's happening here.
I'm grown. I'm a grown man. You know, and I just feel like I'm here for a reason. And once I get my job done, we all gotta go, you know, so.
Once he get his job done, we all gotta go. He's here for a reason. Could it be that Quavo was sent by the devil? Sent by Lucifer to take out Takeoff, because Takeoff really had a heart for God. Because if you really look at the group, if you really study the Migos, Takeoff appeared to be the guy that was a little on the side, meaning that Quavo and Offset was more on demon time, whereas Takeoff was more reserved, laid back, because he had a connection to his grandmother. He talked about his grandmother and his music, which means he had some sort of morals and values. He might have been in the streets, he might have been smoking and drinking. But just like a lot of you out there in the hood, you smoke, you drink, sometimes you do dirt, but you still have a heart for God. You may not know everything in the Bible, you may not know everything, but you know right from wrong. That was Takeoff. Quavo wasn't that guy. Offset wasn't that guy. The only reason why that group had success was because of Takeoff. And this is why everybody else split. This is why Offset left, because he couldn't deal with the fact that Takeoff was the leader. Couldn't deal with it. Wanted to be his own boss. You know? Quavo decided, look, I'm gonna do the same thing, but I gotta get this guy up off me, man. I gotta get him up out of here, man. I can't deal with this, man. I can't be like this no more, man. I want to be a solo artist, man. I want to be able to go out there, do my own thing, not worry about this, that. And this is why they took him out.
I'm just here till the job is done, and so I can get back with my boy.
He's here to do and complete the job so he can get back with his boy. So he's basically just confessed that he's here to do a job. What job? Blood sacrifice. Because he said he's going to get back with his boy. So I don't know, he's going to meet up with TAKEOFF. He's going to meet up with him again. Come on now. Look at his face, y'all. Y'all can't see the guilt. Y'all can't see that he know what he's doing. Why you think they got the video in black and white? Like it's a Twilight Zone. Think about that, man. TAKEOFF's death is a mystery. Quavo got all the answers and he refused to talk about it. What brings you peace? What bring you peace? And again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you read the bottom area for the text because I have the video reverse for various reasons. Let's go.
Lately, I've been going like to the islands and in the water, in the ocean.
Really? So you didn't go to God? So you don't go to God to get peace, right? He said he go to the ocean, not God.
I feel like the ocean has got a lot of power. Can't nobody stop it, don't nobody understand it. And I feel like, yeah, that's the ocean and just putting sand in my feet, touching the energy, like take my socks off.
Touching the energy. Touching the energy.
Put my feet in the grass and just kick it. That's it.
Is Take on the album. Are y'all seeing what's going on here? Is Take on the album. Now it gets real interesting, fam. If you're here right now, it gets really interesting. The agenda is real, man. They blood sacrificed his brother, bruh.
I use a couple unreleased verses, but I want to keep his stuff very, very, very sacred right now.
I used a couple of unreleased verses. Are y'all seeing this? Quavo just said that. Let's rewind back to tape.
That's it. I use a couple unreleased verses, but I want to keep his stuff very, very, very sacred right now for his project. I don't want to be pulling the stuff and then we get to his project and not like know what to do. And I've been unused stuff, so and knowing him, he want his shit right. He want his shit right and hold it. So like, I stay away from it. I just be hearing him talk to me all the time. Just be like, keep, like, he's just so sacred and like quiet and keep his stuff to him. So I just like leave it alone and take what I got, take what we did together and be creative with a lot of other like verses and quotes he always said. Some about.
So he basically is taking things that TAKEOFF already done said, that TAKEOFF written, and he's using it as his own. So he's taking TAKEOFF's bars and using it. He calls it sacred. You don't see how this is worship? You don't see what's going on? TAKEOFF's death was a ritual, a blood sacrifice, y'all. Industry blood sacrifice. That's right. We warned you already. We did multiple streams about the situation. If you want to see those streams, be sure to look through the catalog. I'll tag about 4 of them to this particular video when it's done. But Quavo's hands is dirty. He got access to hundreds of songs from TAKEOFF. And what he's going to do is he's going to release those songs little by little by little by little to get him through the industry so he can have longevity because of TAKEOFF, not because of his work or his creativity, because of TAKEOFF's creativity. So basically, the amount of hundreds of songs that TAKEOFF got can give Quavo a good 10, 15, 20 years of material. So basically, he'll be in the rap game. He's good. Because all he got to do is just release a few songs here and there with TAKEOFF in it. You're buying the album.
Take verses right now is just like so ahead of his time. It's like right now, every time.
He got the man's material, y'all. He said his verses are ahead of the time. He got the man's work, y'all. Blood sacrificed him to take away the man's work.
It's like he
no different than if a dude is in the hood and he bought some work from somebody and you found out that he got the work on him stashed in that bag in the car and you and the goons pull up on him and rob the work. Same thing, fam. Same thing. He realized that TAKEOFF's rhyme book is crazy. Jealousy kicked in, fam. He overheard TAKEOFF's verses, was like, hey, yo, let me get that one for my song. Nah, fam, I need that, bruh. Come on, man. That would be so dope if I could rap that one. Nah, fam, that's for me, fam, for my album, bruh. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna line him up. Take his rhyme book. Use it for myself. That's what I'm gonna do. If I could get access to his tapes, to his phone, his rhyme book, man, I'll have songs for decades. People would never know that those are TAKEOFF songs. I could take them. I could rhyme. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to blood sacrifice him. I could do it. I could do it. It's worth it. I don't care. I'm doing it. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Just do it, man. Just do it. Hey, fuck it. Just do it. I know, fam. I know he's my fan, but yo, it's a lot of money to be made, man. If he's out of the way, we don't gotta worry about nothing, man. I got the book, I got his phone, I got all this other stuff, fam. Yo, we could get paid, fam. No doubt, bro. I got you, bro. I got the bread. I got you, yo. Just make it look good, bro. And make sure you don't shoot me, bro. You good? All right, cool. Talk to you later, fam. All right, good looking, bro. See how I just did that? Did you see it? Did you see what I see? That's what he did. Lined him up. Happens every day in the streets. People get lined up all the time. That's why it's not good to tell people what you're doing. People know you got money. They know you got this, that. It's not good to have that. Be humble about what you got, fam. You got bread, just keep your bread. Do your thing. Keep your mouth shut. Don't talk too much.
Just did it, like all the verses. So like, when his album comes, it's gonna be like.
Somebody just walked into the room and said, "Are y'all recording?" I can hear everything. Got the headphones on. Somebody just literally said, "Y'all recording?"
The last person the only person that went crazy like after they went away is like Pop Smoke had a great album, and Tupac. They kind of like just Pop went out long enough so he couldn't like keep a lot of the stuff. So I would like put like Take and Tupac as far as like catalog and like a whole bunch of music in the vault, and just you probably can drop music for the next 10, 15 years.
Did you just hear that, fam? He exposed himself, y'all. Here on Ringo TV Reactions, we provide you with the best, fam. Click the like button. What are you waiting for? Quavo just said he got enough material. Next 10 to 15 years. Let's rewind that back.
Like put like Take and Tupac as far as like catalog and like a whole bunch of music in the vault, and just you probably can drop music for the next 10, 15 years.
You see the plan? The plan is to drop music for the next 10 to 15 years, y'all. Shout out to Miss Love for the $1.99 support. This is crazy, y'all. He just made a confession, y'all. I told you, I was just talking about it, and he just brought it back up.
Wow.
How many unreleased TAKEOFF songs are there? You don't see, ladies and gentlemen, the emphasis is solely on TAKEOFF's material. They killed him, fam, for his rhyme book, for his tracks, any beats he may have made, any material. They took him out for the material, man. Why are they asking these questions when they should be asking who killed them? How many unreleased TAKEOFF songs are there? What is that designed for? For you? To get you stimulated, excited about the fact that, wow, there's some songs that haven't been released from TAKEOFF. Wow, we need that, Quavo. We need that. Yo, release them tracks, bruh. Let's see what he got to say.
In this phone alone, it's 150 songs.
In this phone alone. So he got TAKEOFF's phone, y'all. He got the password. He got everything, fam. He said there's 150 songs on that phone. You know how many albums that is? Come on, man.
And that's in the phone, just in the phone. So on like every phone probably got like 350 songs each phone.
In each phone. Notice how he's biting his lip and doing something. Fam, they killed him for his phones with all the material, fam. That's gold. Because all Quavo got to do is take the bars, restructure the song, drop the album. You think Quavo did it. He didn't do nothing. He's just regurgitating what TAKEOFF said. Stole the man's bars, yo. This is crazy, fam.
I got like 5 phones. He got like 3 phones. He got songs I never even heard. I'm like, bro.
He said he have songs he haven't even heard. He said that TAKEOFF had 3 phones, y'all. 3. So now we got to look at the number 3. You know what I'm saying? We got to look at that number 3 now. So you got to look at number 3. He said he been seeing 1111. He been seeing double 4s or whatever the case is, 2s and 3s. Fam, the numbers game is going to be crazy. How he have access to all this guy's phones, man? He said 300 songs is on one phone, 150 songs is on another phone. Come on, man. This man got all of TAKEOFF's material. He robbed them, y'all.
Why you never played me this?
Let me rewind that back. Rewind that back.
In this phone alone, it's 150 songs. And that's in the phone, just in the phone. So on like every phone probably got like 350 songs each phone. I got like 5 phones. He got like 3 phones. He got songs I never even heard. I'm like, bro, why you never played me this? It's this song called, man, I will get to his, it's crazy.
Notice he got songs that he never even heard. Songs he never even heard. The man got crosses on his clothing, y'all. He said he don't believe in upside down crosses and all this other stuff, but he got them on his clothing. Man stole his rhyme book, his cell phones with all the material, fam. And now he's out here dropping albums, and y'all trying to figure out where he getting the words from. He's getting them from TAKEOFF. He's still using TAKEOFF to get access to material, y'all. So if you hear any songs and it sounds like, man, it seems like Quavo dropping bars, yo. What's going on? Remember I told you earlier? Could you tell where he getting it from? I warned you, didn't I? Okay.
He got this song called Put That Shit On. And man, I'm so mad that it didn't go on Only Built for Infinity Links.
The man is laughing, y'all. The man is laughing. This is funny to him, fam. This is a joke to him. This is crazy, man.
I'm like, bro, why he didn't do it? I'm like, silent assassin, he saved it for a reason. I got you, though. I'm gonna finish strong. We're gonna finish strong. That's light. That's just in the phone. We probably got like 1,000 songs in that's just light.
1,000 songs. He said that's just light. We got like 1,000 songs.
We got a lot of songs. I don't even know how many we got.
This is crazy. How has your decision-making process changed? How has your decision-making process changed?
Decisions right now is super, super hard because for sure I always brought it to take and be like, yo. Even if I had something for myself, I always just brought it to him and be like, yo, I gotta go somewhere. I'm finna do this, that, and the other. He'll check and see if he want. I even ask him if he want to come with me, regardless. And just like for real, bro. Just it's my first time ever in life just being by myself.
You see that? TAKEOFF was the one that was leading the group. TAKEOFF was the one that made the decisions. TAKEOFF was the boss. Do you get that? This is his first time making decisions. He depended on TAKEOFF to make the decisions. When it comes to which song goes on the album, how do it sound, the lyrics, bars, you name it. So now, he's taken from TAKEOFF's rhyme book, his cell phones with all his songs, and he's capitalizing off of that now. Because if it's on TAKEOFF's cell phone, it gotta be good, right? It's crazy.
Like that's just a tough thing to see and a tough thing to battle. But it's kind of...
He's scratching his leg because he's lying, y'all. Always remember body language, fam. Anytime I teach on these topics, man, when people talk and they start scratching their head, they start going like this, they start doing all this stuff while they talking, they lying. Something's going on.
It's kind of very, very different. Like I used to always talk to people, be like, how you live by yourself? How you walk and go check the mailbox and go down up the street? Like I never done it. Now I'm just in the crib, man. I just sit back and I do a lot of thinking, just a lot of meditating. I don't know.
This man don't meditate. This man don't even know what meditating mean, y'all.
I guess this is my therapy session right here.
So this is your therapy session, but you're not talking about who killed your nephew. You're not talking about who did it. You're talking about album release. You're promoting music, but you call this your therapy session. Are y'all seeing what's going on here? This is crazy.
Yeah, but I just do a lot of just chilling and meditating. And if I get like too upset, I just go find a beat and make some music. One thing about it, I always just try to go to the gym. I call that the gym, like the studio, and just always just try to like, it's gonna make the hours go by, it's gonna make the days go faster and make the next day be a phone call or somewhere I gotta go somewhere. I just try to keep my mind like out of idle position to be where I can just say, man, you can go crazy. What you gonna do without getting no answer from Take? You know what I'm saying? You can lose your mind.
So he's basically sitting around losing his mind because he needs TAKEOFF for direction. TAKEOFF was the one giving him directions. Quavo is lost without TAKEOFF. So now he's gonna be taking directions from somebody else. So now he's living off of the old tapes and the old songs from TAKEOFF right now. And he's making decisions based on what he hear from these tapes. So you can definitely expect that the majority of the future songs and albums that's going to be released by Quavo, he's going to be using lyrics from TAKEOFF, but he's going to manufacture it like he did it. The same way it always been, because if you look at all those previous songs that they all made, that was TAKEOFF's work. That was TAKEOFF. The whole flow, the way the things sound, he's the original Migo. So right now, this is what Quavo's doing.
And all those things be going through my head all the time. And all I gotta do is just go right to the microphone.
Are you getting more comfortable with being alone? See, this is the elite asking them these questions. The elite is like, okay, you completed the blood sacrifice. Congratulations, you did a wonderful job. Now, are you a little more comfortable now? Do you feel like you're yourself? Do you feel like, do you feel like you're able to go back into the public? Do you feel like you're ready? Because we had you, out of the way for a minute. Because that's what's going on. I mean, look at his face. You can look at his face and you could tell that whoever have him in the chair, right, is the elite. And they're not playing with him. He got to do what they tell him to do. You know what I mean? If you watch Hassan Campbell, he always play this clip, right? He always play this clip. I got to find the clip. But he always played this clip of Tekashi 6ix9ine. And Tekashi 6ix9ine said in the clip, I don't have all the words, perfect, but he said something along the lines of, when you're in the industry, and this is what Tekashi 6ix9ine said, when they tell you got to go to an interview, you got to go. You got to do it. If they tell you take down something from your social media, you got to do it. You can't miss it. You got to go. If they tell you got to sit down with Spotify, with Apple, with this, you got to do it. You got to do it. So when you see him sitting there, look at his face. You see his face? You see the worry on his face? Does that look like a man that's confident? Does that look like a man that knows where he's going? Let's see if we could get a screenshot of that. Let's see if we could get a screenshot. Because we got to show you how this thing is. I'm trying to break these videos down so that you can understand the real. Because these guys, they do as they're told. They don't have no real freedom. They don't. Look at his face, y'all. Come on now. Come on. That man is worried. That's when a man got a gun to his head. Look at his eyebrows. Look at his eyes. He got to do it. He got to do it. And this is exactly what's going on. See, when Quavo walked into that room before they do the video and all of that other stuff, it's really the devil that is talking to him.
Quavo, you've done a wonderful job of taking out TAKEOFF. Now what we want you to do is go into the public and be emotional. Act as if though you're healing from the pain. But don't you dare tell the people the truth, or else we will take your life away. Because we need you, Quavo, for special purpose. So the blood sacrifice that you've done was excellent. And all the parties involved, you are to never utter their names. This is the oath that you have taken for the blood sacrifice. We will provide you with wealth and riches, women, sex. But you must never, ever go into the public and tell the people what really happened at the bowling alley. For in the day that you do so, you shall surely die.
And this is why Quavo cannot come into the public and talk about it. Because he took an oath. He took an oath, y'all. he can't come into the public and share what went down. Because if he do so, they're going to take him out. They definitely going to take him out, y'all. Are you getting more comfortable with being alone? See, they made Quavo comfortable by going through the rituals, right? This is what they've done. That's why they're asking them, are you getting more comfortable being alone? They're the ones who did this to him. They made him go through with the blood sacrifice. So they're asking him, are you feeling comfortable again? Are you okay with being alone? Because we took him away for a purpose. But they used Quavo to do it. Because he knows who did it. Trust and believe, he knows who took him out.
That's what I'm saying. I never been alone. So at the same time, it's like, damn, you kind of, and I ain't saying it like on some, like, me and Take, I ain't never, like, when I was in the house, I'm like, damn, why me and Take ain't never been in this house like this by ourselves?
It was just always people.
It was just always people, you know, like, sometimes, bro, we got to have that. We got to have that, bro, as humans. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need to go, you know, and when people do, like, when, that's when, like, blessing blockers, I guess, like, coming your way. It's like, you be trying to figure out why you're not going all the way there. It's something in the way, and everybody talking positive, and everybody doing what we need to do, and, you know, like, handling their business, trying to get me there on time is just still. You feel what I'm saying? And one thing I think.
Blessing blockers. Blessing blockers. We got to hear that again, fam. There's a lot to unpack right there, man. A lot of information.
Self.
It was just always people.
Yeah, all the time. And all I got to do is just go right to the microphone. That's what I'm saying. I never been alone. So at the same time, it's like, damn, you kind of, and I ain't saying it like on some, like, me and Take, I ain't never, like, when I was in the house, I'm like, damn, why me and Take ain't never been in this house like this by ourselves?
It was just always people.
It was just always people, you know, like, sometimes, bro, we got to have that. We got to have that, bro, as humans. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need to go, you know, and when people do, like, when, that's when, like, blessing blockers, I guess, like, coming your way. It's like, you be trying to figure out why you're not going all the way there. It's something in the way, and everybody talking positive, and everybody doing what we need to do, and, you know, like, handling their business, trying to get me there on time is just still. You feel what I'm saying? And one thing I think is, like, he got a song called Reveal 'Em. And
he got a song called Reveal 'Em. Notice all the songs he know of. All the songs from TAKEOFF. Quavo got access to all the songs.
That's like, it's like they mask is all the way off.
The mask is all the way off. Come on, man. It's listen, they're doing this right in front of you, man. Quavo is wearing a mask. And he already took it off. He showed you his face, but you're still blind.
So when
remember the music video that he was in, that he did? I think it was during Halloween, and he had the mask. Y'all remember that? Come on.
See people now, it's just like, bro, you can't work nothing on me right now. So it's best for me to just, you know, go on. If I want to smile, I'll smile, but you can't work nothing on me right now. You know, and that's how I feel. And I see it like that. I can be 100 deep right now. This whole studio can be full, easy. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Just, I don't know. I guess I ain't ready for that right now.
Of course, because you blood sacrificed your nephew. So you don't really feel comfortable right now. So you answered the question. I mean, this guy is guilty, man. Why this guy haven't been brought in for questioning? Think about this, fam. TAKEOFF die. why the police, the investigators, why they haven't reached out to Quavo to get his take on what went down. Peep the game, y'all. Everybody's in on the blood sacrifice, y'all. It was a hit.
I don't need it. I don't know. When I go home, I just go home. I don't know. Just I don't know. I guess I ain't ready for that right now. I guess I don't need it. I don't know.
How is life now, and how do you find your rocket power? You see how they trying to play on the words of rocket, rocket, rocket? How is life now, and how do you find your takeoff power? You understand? That's what's going on.
When I go home, I just kick it, chill, watch TV, go down there in the basement. Like that basement, man, when we get our ideas down there, and like, I feel like that's the spot where we execute our plan. We always talk about the basement. Just right now, just feel.
So the basement is where they go to execute their plan. Did Quavo go into that same basement to put together the plan on how to blood sacrifice Takeoff? Because he said they always go into the basement to execute their plan.
My boy Energy, he got his chair over there.
Your boy's Energy, he got his chair over there.
He just be kicking it, and I always kick it with him. People don't understand. I be there. You know what I'm saying? I be there in the house, make sure all his stuff is straight, making sure all his jewelry is clean, you know, just still making sure his stuff taken care of, his cars and all that. Like,
so you got access to his cars right now. So you taking care of all his material. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see this? Quavo literally have access to all of Takeoff's property and everything. He still got his cars, y'all. Man dead, this man inherited everything, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, fam. You would have thought it would have went to his mom, his family, his brother. I'm not sure if Takeoff, I think Takeoff has a brother and a sister, I'm not sure, but you would think that all of that would go to them, but no. It looked like it went to him. That was the deal, y'all.
And so sometimes when I see people do stuff like that, like the other stuff where they just repping my boy, I understand that he, you know, means a lot to y'all lyrically and musically, but this is my nephew. You know what I'm saying? This is like, I raised this man. So can't nobody tell me how to, you know what I'm saying, love, what to talk about, what to say.
He said that he raised Takeoff. Interesting. Seems like Takeoff raised you in the music industry.
What to do, how to do it, about like anything I'm with, he with it all the way out. From him to his mama, my mama, Mama Take, Mama Rocket, the whole family, all the ladies, all the girls. It's us. You know what I'm saying? It ain't.
Notice you don't hear anything about fathers. You don't hear anything about uncles. You don't hear anything about any male figures. You don't hear anything. Seems like there was no male guidance in their life. It's interesting. All you heard was women.
Anything else you see, which is nice and cool, we love it to death, but this is us. This is the family, and like, this is where we came from. This is us.
Wow. Part 2 coming soon. You know we will be reviewing part 2. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's my take. Bars. That's my take on the situation. Leave your comments in the comment section on what you think about it. If you think I did a good job, then click the like button. If you like the contents, be sure to subscribe to the channel. When they release part 2, we will be covering that as well. They may not even release part 2 because they may see my video and be like, we ain't gonna release no part 2, you know, at the end of the day. So we're gonna get up on out of here. Appreciate everybody stopping by, you know, so we can pretty much do what we need to do. Again, if you like the content, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe so that we can get this message out there, because Quavo haven't spoken in months and months, ever since TAKEOFF has died. And now he's promoting albums. So far what we learned is he has TAKEOFF's rhyme book, all his cell phones, I think about 3 or 4 cell phones. He talked about numbers, talked about crying himself to sleep, talks about how he's getting communication from TAKEOFF via the dead, and how he is spiritual. And he claimed that him and TAKEOFF wasn't on demon time while in the industry. So demon time would represent what the industry is all about right now. If he's saying they're not on demon time, that means the majority of the rappers and singers are on demon time. So that's about it, y'all. We're gonna get up on out of here. Let me read off these Cash Apps real quick, and we're gonna wrap this up. We'll be back on later on with more information on what's going on, and that's about it. So let's see what we got here. Shout out to Edwards for the $3.99 on the Cash App. Michael for the $2 support. Cameron for the $12 support. Appreciate you. All right. All right, so it is what it is. So we'll be back later on with more content. Got a lot of things that we got to talk about. So again, make sure you get the likes. We need those likes to get to 1,000. Be sure to share the video, share it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Tell people about the platform. Let them know that we're over here talking about the situation with TAKEOFF. And tell your coworkers, come on over here if they want that real information, the real breakdown, the official commentary. Only place you can get this from is Ringo TV Reactions. There's no other place that you can get this information. Right? TZ said, some of y'all reaching though. Well, if we reaching, why are you here viewing? It's amazing. It's amazing to me that people can be, they can say things like you're reaching or you're this and you're that, but they're busy watching you. It's amazing. I would not be watching anybody that I feel is reaching, or if I'm in disagreement, I would not be watching them. I would go about my business and be a little more productive with my life. Normally, people that watch me are people that rock with the platform, people that appreciate the breakdowns, the work that I do. People that watch to complain, those are normally people that are just wasting their life, because I wouldn't be doing that. But anyway, peace and blessings to the chats, peace and blessings to the mods, all of those that support the work that we do over here. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Ringo TV Reactions, the best reactionary channel on YouTube, hands down. You already done know what it is. Y'all be safe. Call your mom, call your dad, tell them that you love them. You know what I'm saying? Call your mom, say, hey, Ma, I love you, appreciate you, just wanted to stop by, call you, tell you how you feeling, and so forth, you know what I mean? Call your dad, be like, yo, what up, Pop? You know what I mean? Yo, you want me to pass through this weekend? You know what I'm saying? We can probably chill. You know what I'm saying? I could bring those chips or those crackers or whatever it is your pops like. You know what I mean? Maybe y'all can crack a beer, watch a game, or whatever the case is. It's always good to do that with your folks, you know. Honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long upon the earth. You want to live a long life? Always honor thy mother and thy father. It is a principle, it is a commandment from the Most High. That being said, peace and blessings to the mods. V-Dub, man, I think I seen you in the chat somewhere. Peace and blessings to everybody. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm out. Catch you later. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.